What? That doesn't make sense. This goes against everything we were told. Is this a double rainbow situation? What does it mean? Hey gang, I'm JP. Welcome back to Talking the Orville. Today we're not really talking about the Orville, but I will say the Orville a couple years ago, when it announced that it was moving to Hulu, not only was that exciting to me because I already liked Hulu very, very much. I had it for a decade at that point. It got me interested in something. It got me interested in the streaming wars. I'm sure many of you are aware of the streaming wars, all these streaming services, all the content, vying to be profitable at some point. I think at this point, the only two streaming services that are profitable are Netflix. Yes, Netflix, even with all the problems they've been going through for the last few months, they are still profitable. And Hulu is profitable. Everything else is basically an upstart, you guys. Including Paramount Plus, which used to be CBS All Access. But they had to change it to Paramount Plus because they had a new deal. And really, CBS isn't really a worldwide thing, but Paramount was, so it made sense to switch it to Paramount. Paramount Plus, which we'll be just referring to it for the rest of this video as opposed to CBS All Access, they started, they wanted to start their streaming company, as all channels and IPs and properties are starting their own streaming channels now, or services for that matter. It started with Star Trek. They're like, okay, we own Star Trek, let's use that to kick off our streaming service. Eventually, all Star Trek on other services. I used to watch Star Trek on Netflix back in the day. There's a lot of things I used to watch on Netflix back in the day that is no longer there because everything has a streaming service now. Paramount's like, let's use Star Trek. Eventually, Star Trek was taken from everywhere where it was, and now it is exclusively available, all Star Trek, on Paramount Plus. Or so we were told. I actually was just, I re-upped HBOMax because they had a hell of a Black Friday deal. $1.99 or something like that for 3 months, which I'm like, okay, boom, I'm going to get HBOMax again because that is a hell of a deal. So I get HBOMax, I'm going through it, and lo and behold, what do I see on HBOMax? The Star Trek movie collection. I'm like, what? Star Trek is not supposed to be here. It's not allowed to be here, or so I thought, so I was told. So I looked at it, and all legacy Star Trek films, all the TOS films, and all of the TNG films are available on HBOMax. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. I just, that same day, after looking up Star Trek on HBOMax, which surprised me, Facebook, social media is very sneaky. They're always listening to everything we say, we do, we look up on the internet, we see on the internet. I got an advertisement for Paramount Plus on HBO. I got an advertisement for Paramount Plus on Facebook saying all Star Trek available on Paramount Plus exclusively. Finally. That sort of thing. And I'm like, well, that's not true. I just saw it also available, the legacy films, on HBOMax. Which then led me to think, well, are these films even available on Paramount Plus anymore? So I go over to Paramount Plus. Let's check it out. All the Star Trek that's available on Paramount Plus. You got all the TV series. Okay, that makes sense. You got all the newer Star Trek films. The JJ Trek. Well, that's about it, really, I guess, is the JJ Trek and all the TV series. But there is no legacy Star Trek films available on Paramount Plus. None of the TOS films or the TNG films. That does not make sense to me. Now, I tricked you. While the title of this video was correct, Star Trek moves to HBOMax, talking about legacy Star Trek, this is not about Star Trek. This is a question I have. It's really good if you're going to make a video on YouTube having an educational video, informing people of something, educating people on something is just smart. I am not doing that here. I am here making this video to educate myself with the help of you guys. Somebody out there, one of you guys knows the truth. The real truth, not the BS truth. Oh, I don't like Star Trek, F Paramount Plus. That's all BS. Nobody cares about that. The real truth. Why is this happening? Why is Paramount Plus allowing HBOMax to have a licensing agreement to carry all legacy Star Trek films, while Paramount Plus does not have legacy Star Trek films? Somebody who's watching this knows the real answer, and I would please like you to put that into the comment section so I can be educated on this. The streaming wars, all these streaming companies vying to make some money, and they have to compete with each other. They're taking IPs away from each other and moving them around. Why is Paramount Plus allowing this? It does not make sense to me. I really don't care. I don't care who has Star Trek as long as it's somewhere, right? And if I'm going to watch Star Trek films, it's going to be one of the legacy films, you guys. That's the stuff that I care to watch. Not giving any opinion on New Trek, because that's not what this video is about. So if you guys can educate me, somebody out there knows why this is happening. Is Paramount Plus and HBO Max going to eventually merge their content like I predicted a lot of these streaming services are going to do, because there's too many damn streaming services? What does this all mean, you guys? I just don't know. This is a double rainbow all the way situation, if I've ever seen one. So let me know in the comments below. I just wanted to check in because I'm confused about this. I want to know what your predictions are, what you think this means, not only to Star Trek, but to streaming. If you like talking about these types of things, hit the subscribe, the like button. I don't care about the bell notification. I don't get the bell notification. YouTube's going to serve you up whatever you want to be served up just by whatever you watch. I don't think bell notifications do much in this day and age. It's a trick, you guys. So if you want to help out, interact with this video, I'll see you guys very soon. And remember, we all do better when we all do better. So do better. Hashtag do better. Love you.